let's get started. We are continuing the Gospel alphabet. Today's letter, E. Even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. Matthew 18:14. Now let's read more. Matthew 18:1 through 14. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Jesus called a little child to him and placed the child among them. Then he said, "Truly I tell you, unless you are changed and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me. But if anyone causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him to have a large millstone hung around his neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. Woe to the world because of stumbling blocks! Stumbling blocks are sure to come, but woe to the one through whom they come. If your hand or your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life crippled or lame than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and be thrown into eternal fire. And if your eye causes you to stumble, pluck it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into hell fire. See that you do not despise one of these little ones, for I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father who is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. What do you think? If a man owns 100 sheep and one of them wanders away, will he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go to search for the one that wandered away? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over that one sheep more than over the 99 that did not wander away. Even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. Let's dive in deeper. Jesus completely overturns the disciples' idea of greatness. In the kingdom of heaven, greatness is not measured by status, influence, or strength, but by humility, trust, and dependence on God. A child has no resume to defend and no power to protect himself. Jesus says that posture is the doorway into his kingdom. He then raises the stakes. How we treat the vulnerable matters deeply to God. Causing a little one to stumble, whether a child in age or a believer young in faith, is taken seriously. Jesus' strong language is not a call to violence, but a warning about the seriousness of sin and the lengths we should go to remove anything that pulls us away from God. The imagery of cutting off a hand or plucking out an eye shows how urgent repentance is. Jesus is saying that nothing is worth keeping if it costs us our life with God. Sin is never harmless, and grace is never casual. Finally, Jesus reveals the heart of the Father. Heaven watches over the humble, and God actively seeks what is lost. The shepherd's joy over one rescued sheep shows that no one is insignificant to God. The passage ends with assurance. It is not the Father's will that even one of these little ones be lost. In God's kingdom, mercy outruns pride, and care outweighs power. Questions to ponder during your day. Where in my life am I still trying to prove my greatness instead of humbly trusting God like a child? Is there anything I need to remove or surrender because it is quietly pulling me away from God or harming my witness to others?